Hello my students, how are you all? You're watching my channel Spark Virtual Academy Asgar. In the series of the subject of chemistry, lecture number 6, today we are going to learn about the Avogadro's number. In previous lecture we learned about the number of moles, and we also solved some problems which were related to the number of moles. And today again we will learn the concept of Avogadro's number, and we will also solve some problems which are related to the Avogadro's number. Avogadro determined that 6.02 multiplied by 10 raised to power 23 particles are present in 1 mole of any substance. He declared if we want to sort out the number of particles which are present in 1 mole of any substance, so there is 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. It means 1 mole of any substance always contains the same number of particles, which is this common number. Avogadro number is denoted by the capital N and with the initial A, Na. This number is constant everywhere. And by this word particles, we mean the number of atoms, the number of ions, or the number of molecules. Let's take an example, then it will be clear again. If we have an atom of carbon, here you can see there, its atomic mass is 12 gram. Since it is expressed in grams, so it is equal to 1 mole. Hence, the one atom of carbon having 1 mole is equals to 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms. It means 1 mole of carbon atom contains 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of carbon. However, if we have a molecule, that is carbon dioxide, the 1 mole of carbon dioxide again contains the same number of the molecules right now, because carbon dioxide is a molecule. Similarly, if we have a sample of water with us, and if it measures 1 mole, then it will also contain the same number of the molecules, that is 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules. The main purpose of Avogadro's number, it is used to determine the number of particles which are present in a given sample of substance. So mathematically, we can determine the number of particles by this formula. That is Na, the constant number that is already given upstairs, and then the given mass divided by the atomic mass or the molecular mass. However, this given mass and atomic mass is also equal to the molar mass, so we can also determine the number of particles which are present in a given sample of substance by multiplying the molar mass of that substance with the constant number, that is Na, 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. So in short, Avogadro's number is a constant number which indicates that 1 mole of any substance always contains the same number of the particles which is given there. So now let's move towards the problem solving of Avogadro's number, that how to find out this number of particles in a given substance. Okay students, now we have two different problems here, the two different cases in which we can use the Avogadro's number. Question number 1, that is, calculate the number of molecules which are present in 9 gram of carbon dioxide. As we did in the yesterday's problem solving, whenever we have to solve the problems, we have to first sort out the data. Data means the things which are already given in your equation, or the things which are constant that you have to mention in your data. Here you have to find out the number of molecules, then it is equals to the question mark. Then given mass, that is the 9 grams, so you have to put here given mass is equals to 9 gram. However, the carbon dioxide used, which is the molecule, so you have to write down the molecular mass of carbon dioxide, which is equals to 44 grams. And the constant Avogadro's number, that is equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. And here you do not have to put particles. Indeed, you have to put down the molecules because we are dealing with the molecule right now. After mentioning everything which is given in the data, you have to write down the formula in the solution. Since we know the formula is number of molecules is equals to Na into given mass upon molecular mass. Now by using all the values which are given in the data, we have to put those values in this formula. Number of molecules we have to find out, so it will remain same. However, instead of Na, we will put its value, that is 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. Mass is 9, we put 9 there, and it is divided by 44. By solving this complete value, we will get the answer that is equals to 1.23 into 10 to the power 23. And the unit will be molecule because we are determining the molecules, the number of molecules. Hence, we can say that in 9 gram of carbon dioxide, there are 1.23 multiplied by 10 raised to power 23 molecules. Here is another example in which we have to calculate the mass of 3 molecules of water. Here again you will make the data in which you have to write down. We have to find out the mass, that is equals to the question mark. The number of the molecules which are the molecules of water, which are equal to 3 molecules. It's not moles, it's molecules. The molecular mass of water is 18 gram. And Na, it is again same 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. We have to write down the formula. Now here we have to directly put the values which are given in the data. Number of molecules are given as 3. This is molecules, this is not mole. Okay, this is 3 molecules. So instead of number of molecules, we will put 3 here. Instead of Na, we put 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. And the mass, it is not given. So we will put the mass because we have to find it. And it is divided by the molecular mass, and the molecular mass is 18. Now here we have to find out the mass, so it will remain at the same place. And we have to take these both the things, 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. It is multiplied with mass. When it will go on to the other side, it will be divided. As you can see here, it is divided here. And 18, which is in division of the mass, when it will go to the other side, it will be multiplied. So when 18 is cross multiplied, it will be 3 multiplied by 18, and 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 will remain in the denominator, in the division. By solving, by using the calculator, when we will solve this, we will get approximately 9 multiplied by 10 raised to power minus 23 grams. The unit of the mass is grams here, so we will put the unit grams here. So this was all about the Avogadro's number and the problems which were related to the Avogadro's number. If you have any other problem or any other query, you can put your question in the comment box and I will try to answer your questions. Do not forget to subscribe and like my videos and subscribe my channel. Subscribe my channel to get the latest videos, the latest lectures, as I am uploading all the lectures on a daily basis. Hope you enjoyed and learned the new things today. See you again tomorrow with a new lecture with a new topic of the same subject, chemistry. Till then, take care and bye-bye.